us on social media, and we would all have the time to learn and rise up to the next challenge. And so we'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, I will be introducing the first speaker for this occasion. Please stay with us. We'll be back.
Heritage Christian College, in collaboration with Truth TV, present Scale Up Summit 2022. Come and have a one-on-one encounter with seasoned players in industry and academia as they talk us through the way to the top with diligence and integrity. Under the theme, Rise to the Next Level. Speakers, Professor Williams Atulik, President, Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, and Provost of Heritage Christian College. Mr. Conrad Kakraba, Executive Director of Truth TV and a communication expert. Date, 30th of July 2022. Venue, Heritage Christian College at 10 a.m. sharp. It's absolutely free, so don't miss it. Certificates will be awarded for 10 Ghana cedis only. See you there. Heritage Christian College, in collaboration with Truth TV, present Scale Up Summit 2022. Come and have a one-on-one encounter with seasoned players in industry and academia as they talk us through the way to the top with diligence and integrity. Under the theme, Rise to the Next Level. Speakers, Professor Williams Atulik, President, Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, and Provost of Heritage Christian College. Mr. Conrad Kakraba, Executive Director of Truth TV and a communication expert. Date, 30th of July 2022. Venue, Heritage Christian College at 10 a.m. sharp. It's absolutely free, so don't miss it. Certificates will be awarded for 10 Ghana cedis only. See you there. Heritage Christian College, in collaboration with Truth TV, present Scale Up Summit 2022. Come and have a one-on-one encounter with seasoned players in industry and academia as they talk us through the way to the top with diligence and integrity. Under the theme, Rise to the Next Level. Speakers, Professor Williams Atulik, President, Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, and Provost of Heritage Christian College. Mr. Conrad Kakraba, Executive Director of Truth TV and a communication expert. Date, 30th of July 2022. Venue, Heritage Christian College at 10 a.m. sharp. It's absolutely free, so don't miss it. Certificates will be awarded for 10 Ghana cedis only. See you there. Heritage Christian College, in collaboration with Truth TV, present Scale Up Summit 2022. Come and have a one-on-one encounter with seasoned players in industry and academia as they talk us through the way to the top with diligence and integrity. Under the theme, Rise to the Next Level. Speakers, Professor Williams Atulik, President, Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, and Provost of Heritage Christian College. Mr. Conrad Kakraba, Executive Director of Truth TV and a communication expert. Date, 30th of July 2022. Venue, Heritage Christian College at 10 a.m. sharp. It's absolutely free, so don't miss it. Certificates will be awarded for 10 Ghana cedis only. See you there. Heritage Christian College, in collaboration with Truth TV, present Scale Up Summit 2022. Come and have a one-on-one encounter with seasoned players in industry and academia as they talk us through the way to the top with diligence and integrity. Under the theme, Rise to the Next Level. Speakers, Professor Williams Atulik, President, Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, and Provost of Heritage Christian College. Mr. Conrad Kakraba, Executive Director of Truth TV and a communication expert. Date, 30th of July 2022. Venue, Heritage Christian College at 10 a.m. sharp. It's absolutely free, so don't miss it. Certificates will be awarded for 10 Ghana cedis only. See you there. Heritage Christian College, in collaboration with Truth TV, present Scale Up Summit 2022. Come and have a one-on-one encounter with seasoned players in industry and academia as they talk us through the way to the top with diligence and integrity. Under the theme, Rise to the Next Level. Speakers, Professor Williams Atulik, President, Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, and Provost of Heritage Christian College.
Great.
Mr. Conrad Kakraba, Executive Director.
For those joining us for the very first time, welcome to Scale Up Summit 2022. My name is Ohineba Nuruddin, and you can follow me on all social media platforms to get interactive with me at Ohineba_Nuruddin, and I will be your MC. And so we are geared up to listen to the very first submission on how to rise up to the next level. Speaking on the theme, it's time to scale up, we have our speaker, Mr. Conrad Kakraba. Let me take a minute to read a profile of this wonderful speaker. Mr. Conrad Kakraba is an executive director of the Media Center of Heritage Christian College, True TV on Multi TV, located in AMASAMAN, Accra. He is also a lecturer in communications at the university. He is the administrative secretary for the Corporate Affairs Directorate of the United Nations Association of Ghana. He is reading a PhD in Business Administration, Communication and Media Management from Open University of Malaysia. He holds a Masters of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication from SMU, India. He has his Bachelor of Arts degree in England with Linguistics from the University of Ghana in 2008. Conrad taught communication skills at the Gimpa School of Business and Faculty of Law for 4 years. He worked with the Ghana Broadcasting Company Corporation, GTV, as a reporter, newscaster, editor, programs producer and host, and commentator for 7 years. He was adjudged Ghana's best journalist in the political reporting by GJA in 2013. He was the RTP finalist for Best TV Male Newscaster for 2014-2015. Conrad is the CEO of the Conrado Group Companies, a media, public relation, editing, public speaking training, and communication consultant firm. And he has consulted for different institutions for business, including the University of Ghana, School of Languages and Department of English, Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, Ministry of Finance, Public-Private Partnership Program, Ideal College, GDA Concept, Center for Transformational Leadership Africa, among others. He is a personal development coach, motivational speaker, and an author of 3 books. He has spoken at over 200 youth, student, and religious programs across Ghana. He is in ministry and a gospel with the Church of Christ and serves as a minister for the College Church of Christ, Afiaman, and chaplain at Heritage Christian College. Speaking on our first topic, how to scale up, please, with a resounding round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Conrad Kakraba.
Hello. It's time to. All right. It's indeed time to scale up. All of us want to scale up. All of us want to rise to the next level. Is it not true? Yeah, and that is the reason we are here today. We are here to look at how we can rise to the top, how to rise to the next level, how to scale up. All of us have certain dreams and goals and aspirations, and we want to see how best we can rise to the top. And that is why we are here today. I am very, very grateful for Heritage Christian College and then Truth TV putting together this event for us to be able to motivate ourselves, inspire ourselves, learn from each other, and be able to rise up together. Life is a ladder. It is not a bed. So don't feel too comfortable with where you are. Don't think that where you are and all the nice things around you are all that life is meant to give you. Life is made for you to keep climbing. You are made for more. God gave you a lot of potentials, a lot of things that are still buried within you, and you are expected to keep tapping into your potential daily and rising on this ladder called life. So now that you are here, all of you have certain particular problems or issues or certain situations that are limiting you, that are holding you down, that are holding you back. It is time to do what? Scale up. It is time for us to rise out of all of these comfort zones or all of these situations that are making us not rise up to the top, and then to reach higher. And that is what we are here to do. I am just setting the tone. I am just giving you the introduction. My boss is going to actually bring us the strategies for us to be able to rise up to the top. And so mine is just to let you know what it is all about and why we should rise to the next level. And life, as well, as we already know, it's a ladder. It's like a ladder. Success is also a ladder. And no one has ever climbed a ladder with their hands in their pocket, according to Zig Ziglar, one of the motivational speakers. So if you want to climb in this life, if you want to climb this ladder of life, or reach to the pinnacle of success in your chosen field, you don't have to just walk through life feeling so comfortable, feeling so satisfied with situations, and then putting your hands in the pocket and making just everybody feel that, oh, everything around you, it's okay. You have to be content, all right, but you have to be dissatisfied with circumstances around you that are not the best. Nobody should feel so satisfied with the circumstances around him or her that are not good. The world needs us. If we were not needed in this life, God wouldn't have put us here. God gave us something to come and add to this world. He gave us something, some potentials to come and deliver. And then after that, he will call us back and ask us, what contribution did you make to life? What difference did you make in this life? So feel that there is something that is in you that you still need to give to the world. Yes, you may have done something. You may have done some contributions to life in general, but there is still more in you. Say with me, there is still more in me. I still need to give more to the world. So that is what we will be focusing on today. Now, also, we must learn something which is about a life plan. How do we plan our lives? One of the things that has helped me a lot is to be able to have a plan that guides me in my life. When I was in university, I had a lot of things that were just going through my mind. I wanted to be so many things, and I noticed that, yes, it was good to try out certain things and see what exactly I was capable of doing. And so I wanted to be an actor. So I went for a lot of auditions, you know. Some of my friends became actors. You know, we sat in the same classroom, Yvonne Okoro, and then Lydia Forsin, you know. They were all in the same class with me, and they decided to go that way. We went for auditions together and all of that. And I wanted to explore and see whether I would be a notable actor one day. Maybe I would have been, what would I have been by now? Yeah, well, whoever you have in mind, you know, maybe that was not meant to be. Or maybe there is still more for me to become an actor one day. I don't know, but that's fizzled out along the way. I wanted to also be a teacher. I loved to teach when I was in university. My father was a teacher, and I really admired him and his contribution to the community where he was, how people came to him for advice and that sort of thing. And I wanted to be somebody like that. I wanted to also contribute to helping the society with whatever knowledge that I had. And so I wanted to be a teacher. And I started learning what were the processes to become a teacher. And I didn't just want to be a teacher, I wanted to be a lecturer at the higher education level. So I actually experienced teaching from day nursery. I've taught from day nursery primary, I've taught GSS, I've taught SHS, I've taught remedial school, I've taught all manner of people, I've taught university students. And I noticed that, yes, I was really finding fulfillment in that area. I also wanted to be a communicator. So what I was doing was, I went to Ideal College while I was in University of Ghana. It was closer. So I went there to practice, to learn, to just volunteer and learn how to teach. For 11 years, I was doing that while I was at the university, and then I came out and even became a broadcaster. I was doing that. I also wanted to be a communicator. I wanted to be a media personality. And so while I was at the university, I started going to Radio University, the University of Ghana radio station, to practice how to speak into a microphone, how to have confidence, how to be able to enunciate or pronounce words, how to be able to have, confidence before a crowd of people, how to speak so that people can really appreciate what you're saying. All of those things, I learned them without going to journalism school. I just learned them, practically. And then I also noticed that I wanted to become a poet. So I wrote a lot of poetry, I wrote some and then performed a lot, at the university, won awards. My faculty, I presented poetry for them, and then I won some awards on behalf of the Faculty of Arts at the university. It was a university-wide program. And then I also wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be someone who would write books. So, in fact, my first book I published when I was in university. In fact, I wrote it when I was in SHS, but I didn't have a publisher, and therefore I published it when I finished university, when I met a friend that I was schooling with at the university who was a publisher, and then she offered to publish for me. And that became my first book, and I wrote 2 others after. Then I also wanted to become a preacher. Yes, I wanted to preach the gospel. I noticed that God was also in need of me in his kingdom. He wanted me to use all the things that I was acquiring from the world, to come and then also help his kingdom. So I decided to learn how to preach as well, and started reading, a lot of stuff, Bible courses. I enrolled on a lot of Bible courses and did them and finished some. I didn't finish others. And then later on, when I came here, I came to enroll in the Bible school here. I was able to complete, So I wanted to be that as well. And I wanted to be a lot of other things that we may not talk about today, because the list is endless. But I noticed one thing. In all of these aspirations, all of these things that I wanted to become, there was one thing that was really, really instrumental in this particular decision. The decision was for me to sit down and then plan my life, to have a life plan. And that was when a lot of my focus now became very sharpened. When I finished university, and then somebody introduced me to how to put all your ideas into a life plan, a mission statement, a vision statement, it helped me to focus my attention so that it will not be like you want to be everything. I wanted to be a lot of things, but I needed to really distinguish myself in one particular area. And that was when I took up communication. So I just wanted to be a communicator. And so any field at all that I was needed for communication, I would be a go-to person. I would be someone that people can fall on, because I defined it clearly in my life plan that this is what I really want to become. This is what I really want to offer to the world. And so if it's in the house of God, yes, whatever that has to do with communication, I would offer that. If it's about teaching or whatever that has to do with communication, I would help, students in that regard. If it's about, whatever it is, even in consultancy, in helping people to sharpen their communication skills or whatever it is, I even set up a company that was a communication company, just because I now knew that everything I was doing had to center around communication. I clearly defined my focus through the plan. And so, so at certain times in your life, you need to be able to determine at this particular age, what exactly am I supposed to be doing? And what would be the goals, the milestones, and the action plan? I know my boss is going to talk a lot about this because I learned a lot from him as well regarding this. And, we have had opportunities to write our life plans, personal development plans. Every year he will ask you, where is your personal development plan? And then he will assess you in the middle of the year. What have you done so far in achieving this life plan? At the end of the year, the same thing. And so we've had that opportunity to be able to go through this. And I'm also giving you an opportunity. After here, I'm going to put my number up, and then you can send your life plan, your mission statement, or your vision statement, so that we see what exactly we can do in order to also help you focus yours and really go through it and keep track of it and all of that. I have actually been doing this for a lot of young people. When anybody approaches me and says, Conrad, I want you to be my mentor, the first thing I ask them to do is, where is your life plan? Where is your mission statement, your vision statement? Where are you going? So that I know how I can help you. Because I can't help you, I can't guide you if I don't know where you are heading towards. So this is a free offer that I'm offering to those who are here today. If you're also watching us on Truth TV or all social media handles, this is an opportunity to do this. And I'll display my number for you to be able to send us your mission statement. Let's go to the next slide. And so there are certain personal development things that you ought to also know. Your spiritual empowerment. So if you want to develop yourself, if you want to scale up to the top, you must ask yourself, how are you connecting to the source? Who is your source? Who is your source? Who is the source of our lives? It is God. He is the one who created us. And if we, the products of the creator or the manufacturer, have to really know what reason we were created, why we were manufactured, why we were fashioned in a certain way, we need to ask the one who manufactured us. The product itself does not know what it is supposed to do unless there is a manual that goes along with it for the person who is going to use it to really know why this thing was created and how it's supposed to be used. So never ever fail to connect back to your source. And then from there, your mental development. Make sure that the brain, which is a very powerful organ in our being, you don't waste it. The brain has a lot of capacity. When I sit down and I watch the things that mankind has been able to do with the brain, then I wonder, do I also have that? And that's why I love watching documentaries about space explorations and all these technological advancements and all the stuff that mankind has done through history. I ask myself, so all of these things are being carried in the brain, the head. And it looks like some of us, where is our brain? We don't know whether it's the same head that everyone else has. But it tells me that there is a lot of potential inside me. It tells me that I am somebody that has been what? Fearfully and what? Wonderfully made by God. The one who has all this infinite knowledge and wisdom also deposited that wisdom in me, because he says he made me in his own image. The imago Dei, the image of God that is deposited in us, is very, very powerful. And we must explore it we must keep stretching it, because it's an elastic, kind of thing. We must keep stretching it, and we must never let it, be wasted. And so mental development through education, through reading, exploration, and all of that. Our boss will come and talk to you about that. Then emotional intelligence. When you know everything else, when you can do everything, when you can create and invent, and you can do all manner of things. You can create businesses and do all sort of things. If you don't know how to manage your emotions, how to manage your relationship with other human beings, forget it. We are done. We are not going to be able to really, at the end of life, say that we have used all that God gave us for this particular purpose that he sent us to achieve. So emotional intelligence is one of the things that we ought to be able to develop very well. And then also social capital. Our society. How do we build the networks? How do we connect with people who are going to help us to be able to reach the top, to be able to go far in our lives? It's very important. Don't lead your life as an isolated human being. Don't lead your life as somebody who is an island. You must connect with people. You must find people and networks that are going to be helpful in the development and attainment of your vision and goal. So social capital is very important. Skills development. What sort of things can you do? What can people come to you for and then be able to pay, even if if you do some on volunteering basis? What others can people come to you and pay so that you can offer those services to them? Very important. Look at that very well. And then financial intelligence. You must know how to use money, how to be able to get money and also be able to use it wisely. Financial intelligence, very, very key. And then excellence mindset. Don't settle for little. Don't settle for mediocrity. Don't settle for average. Don't settle where you are and feel that that's the end of you and that's all that is within you. Settle for excellence. Settle for something that is at the apex, the summit, the very pinnacle of attainment, and always keep moving towards there. Don't feel that you have achieved much. Always, always keep looking for the excellence in whatever that you do. Now, so this, of course, life plan would include all of these, your work. How are you going to handle that? And then also your family, your community, social, spiritual, fun or recreation, health, and then daily chores and all of that. All of these would have the plans that would help us to be able to mold our lives very well. And when you do not know where to start from, I'll send you mine, or I'll send you some people who have written very excellent life plans that I've seen, and then you can use that as a sample to develop yours. Now, the last thing I will talk about is strategic positioning. Everybody say with me, strategic positioning. Strategic positioning is very, very important. If we do not know how to position ourselves, how to be able to make sure that we get to a certain point that people are going to just need us. They will have no alternative but us. They will always come to us for something that is critical, something that is useful, something that is beneficial to that particular space that you operate in. If you do not position yourself that way, then you are irrelevant. You are not important to that particular space that you find yourself. And how are you going to position yourself? I know that is what my boss is also coming to help us to do. How to use certain strategies to position ourselves, to scale up so that people will always, always need our services. If you haven't done that yet, then it means there is still more that you haven't learned yet. So strategic positioning, be content with what you have, but don't be complacent. Complacent means what? You are so satisfied with yourself. You are so full of yourself. You feel that you have all accomplished everything that you need in life. You haven't yet. I haven't yet. Even my boss that is coming to speak to us, if you see his accomplishments, if you look at his profile, you'll be like, whoa. In fact, this morning, some of the people, the MC said, hey, am I supposed to read all of this? Then somebody said, hey, if you finish reading this, then it means we have ended the program. Oh, that's the end of the program. Just the profile of someone. It is so inspiring, so motivating, so challenging to know that people can reach that far in life. And he's still a young man. He is still very active. And he has time to be able to do things for people, to be able to help people, to be able to accomplish a lot more. And he's still aiming at the top. When I see his struggles to go further up, I'm like, it's okay, boss. It's okay. But he knows this principle very well, that it's never okay. There is still more deposited in you that you need to bring out, maximize, and then deploy to the world. And so move forward always. Don't just go through life. You must follow a plan. We've said that. And always position yourself for greater impact. And then let's end there. The next slides. You would see that. Okay, so which step have you reached today? The first step says, I won't do it. And then the second step says, I can't do it. The next one says, I want to do it. Then the next one says, how do I do it? Then the next one says, I'll try to do it. And then the next one, I can do it. Next, I will do it. And then the last one, yes, I did it. So these are steps. I don't know where you belong, but I want to be able to say at the end that yes, I did what? I did it. Do you want to say the same? That is the spirit. We want to say at the end that indeed we did it. And then let's go to the next slide. So it's not just a matter of saying, yes, I did it. But you must start. You must do what? Start. And then from there, you must what? Think. Keep thinking along the way. And then you must do analysis. You must do planning. You must try. You must do. You must do it again because you'll be making mistakes. And then keep doing it again. And then at the end of it, you will get success. And finally, this is a quote that I always love to end my motivational speeches with, from Martin Luther King Jr., an American civil rights activist. He says, if you can't fly, then you must do what? Run. If you cannot run, you must do what? Walk. If you cannot walk, then you must do what? Crawl. But by all means, you must do what? Keep moving forward. Keep moving, keep going ahead. And that is the note that I want us to start this particular presentation, this whole summit today. That we must always keep moving forward. We must keep going. We must not stand still, because life is a ladder. It is not a bed for us to sleep. And so may God continue to bless us and protect us and guide us so that we will always determine to reach to the top. That's my number there. You can WhatsApp me, at the end of the program, or call me or whatever, and then we can discuss personal aspects of your plan to scale up. May you be blessed in Jesus' name. Amen.
Can we do it louder for Mr. Conrad Kakrawa? Yes. I want us to do something. Just look at your neighbor with one eye, just like one eye, and ask your neighbor, where are you? The expression on your neighbor's eye will tell you where the person is. If the person is, yes, I did it, you would see. But please, let's give Conrad a round of applause again. That was a motivation right there. What I am taking home is that don't feel like you have achieved all. You can achieve much. Trust me, the next speaker we are about to have, I wish I can tell him, say, you've achieved all. It's okay, let us come and continue the job for you. But it looks like he has to do more for this country and his life. Please, we'd like to go for a quick commercial break. And when we come back, I will be introducing our second speaker.
And a communication expert. Date, 30th of July 2022. Venue, Heritage Christian College at 10 a.m. sharp. It's absolutely free, so don't miss it. Certificates will be awarded for 10 Ghana cedis only. See you there. Heritage.
The goal of Heritage Christian College is to inspire its students to define their purpose in life by equipping them with the right skills to make them employable. Heritage Christian College seeks the evolution of each student through entrepreneurship, ethics, philanthropy, and technology. These values, we believe, would unfurl their wings and allow them reach their full potential and achieve their dreams.
Us to talk. So let's
College,
do
in
a
collaboration
little bit
with
of
Truth
interaction.
TV,
First of
present
all, I just want to
Scale Up
move
Summit
into
2022.
the audience. I like to do this a
Come
lot
and have a
because I
one-on-one
want you to
encounter
feel
with
that,
seasoned
yes,
players
you are
in
part
industry
of the
and academia
program, because
as
we
they
are
talk us
all
through the way to the
preparing
top
to
with
scale
diligence and
up.
integrity.
And so,
Under the
ladies
theme,
first as well.
Rise to the Next Level.
Hi, Mommy.
Speakers,
How are
Professor
you?
Williams Atulik, President, Institute of
Should
Chartered
listen to
Accountants
Conrad's
Ghana,
presentation.
and Provost of Heritage Christian College.
What's your take
Mr.
home?
Conrad Kakraba, Executive Director of Truth TV and a communication expert. Date, 30th of July 2022. Venue, Heritage Christian College at 10 a.m. sharp.
That's
It's
the point
absolutely
today.
free,
You
so
should
don't
be
miss it.
content,
Certificate
but
will
not
be awarded
competent.
for 10 Ghana cedis only. See you
That's great.
there.
Let me not walk too far.
Heritage Christian
Another
College,
lady.
in collaboration with Truth TV, present
Hello.
Scale Up
How are
Summit
you?
2022. Come and have a
Looking
one-on-one
beautiful.
encounter with seasoned players
Great.
in
So
industry
actually
and
looking beautiful. I
academia
hope you took
as they
something
talk us
beautiful
through
from
the way to
Conrad's
the top
presentation as well,
with
right?
diligence and integrity.
What's your take
Under
home?
the theme, Rise to the Next Level. Speakers, Professor Williams.
Actually position ourselves in a way that will be more relevant and people will always need your services. So don't be content with where you are. Always strive for
into
better
ourselves.
achievement.
And today
Always
we
try
are
to
proud
better your
to have
achievements.
a
I see this
business
man right
that was once a
Conrad's
dream
presentation. So
come true
I think if I don't get
through the
Conrad's
help
presentation,
of the
I'll get a
CEP,
certificate from this young
which
man.
is the Center
Hello,
for
sir, how are you?
Entrepreneurship, Philanthropy and Ethics.
How are you doing?
Here at HCC,
So what's your take home from
we are
Conrad's
trained
presentation?
to possess these core values, which is entrepreneurship, global competence, philanthropy and ethics. And these are the values that drives the institution and also have effect on every student who passes through heritage. A dream became a reality when CV introduced
Please, at the end of the summit, we will be giving out certificates, and it's just going out for 10 Ghana cedis. These certificates can be used for, applying for. You go.
Of the Heritage Christian College. The Heritage Christian College is located at AMASAMAN behind the stadium. Now, this is what the center is meant to do, to help people who are looking for capacity training in professional disciplines, such as accounting, such as marketing, such as HR, such as information technology. And so we are looking to target secondary school leavers, who are seeking professional training in accounting, chartered accountant training programs. We are targeting workers as well. We offer customized training programs. everybody, for instance, to be
William
able to
Atalik, who
agree
is going to,
on really what
talk to
their
us
capacity building
about
needs
our-
are. We have a
Can
consultancy
we
center
have the
where
videos for a while?
people who are looking for business
Thank you.
plans or strategic
We will be
plans
talking
can
about
approach us.
strategies to
The
rise to
reason
the
you should
next level.
choose
So God
the
has
Center for
motivated us
Professional Studies,
to
their location in itself is
prepare
good.
our
The
minds,
environment
have
is
all
serene. I would invite you
ammunitions
to
do
come in
that.
and take
Our
advantage
next speaker
of
is
these
going to
training
let us know
programs.
the
Thank you
ways
very much.
that we can do the execution. Believe you me, if I'm reading everything I have here, and the book for the Bible talks, because he has achieved more. And so let me take time and read a few. And you can go to Heritage Christian College or hcuc.edu.gh_provost to about him. So let's take a minute. Professor William Atalik, he is the provost of Heritage Christian College and dean of School of Graduate Studies and Research of HCC. Williams Abayewen Atalik is visiting associate professor of accounting in the College of Business Administration of Abilene Christian University, USA. He is the provost of HCC and dean of the School of Graduate Studies and Research at HCC. Professor Atalik is a chartered accountant, barrister at law, chartered tax consultant, chartered banker, chartered economist, and chartered economic policy analyst. And in fact, I can say that he's a chartered father as well. So let's put that one at the back of our head. He is the managing partner of AMASAMAN Consult, a consulting firm that provides consulting and business advisory services, audit and assurance service, research services, and training services. He's also a partner of Akembek, Atalik and Associates, a firm of barristers, solicitors, and tax consultants. Williams has been involved in several consultancies through the Institute of Chartered Accountants, Ghana, African Development Bank, the World Bank, USAID, WHO, DFID, AMASAMAN Consult, and on his own as an independent consultant. He has provided consulting services in Ghana, South Africa, Liberia, Somalia, Sierra Leone, Botswana, and Bangladesh in the areas of governance and leadership, accounting, and financial management, with emphasis on public financial management, international public sector accounting standards, and international financial reporting standard. He has worked in various capacities in the past, including PFM consultant for the World Bank, providing support to Bangladesh to implement cash basis IPSA. Let me take a breather. Let's go to his academic experiences a little bit. Professor William Atalik has over 20 years of teaching experiences and over 25 publications to his credit. He has lectured and served as examiner and moderator in accounting and law courses in various institutions and universities in Ghana and Liberia, including the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, the Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana, University of Ghana Business School, Methodist University College Ghana, All Nation University College, Institute of Local Government Studies, Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, and to mention a few. Professor William Atalik is affiliated with the following professional bodies in the capacity indicated besides each: member of Institute of Chartered Accountant Ghana, CA, fellow of Chartered Institute of Bankers, fellow of Chartered Institute of Taxation Ghana, member of the Ghana Bar Association, BL, fellow of Ghana Institute of Management, FGIM. And his personal life says that Williams is a Christian with the Church of Christ, Red Top Assembly, married to Beatrice, and the marriage is blessed with 3 daughters. That's why I said he's a chartered father. And their daughters' name we have Lamsi, Trillian, and Jayam. Please, with a standing ovation and your loudest applause, please help me welcome Professor William Atalik.
All right, thank you. Please sit. All right. Let's rise for a word of prayer. Our Father, we want to thank you for the opportunity to share ideas and to do your will. Guide us through it successfully. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, take your seats. I'm very happy to be here and for us to scale up to the next level. I hope everybody can hear me. I wish I have the distance so I can control the distance myself. Yes. Well, what I'm going to talk about, I'll make it personal. So I want to talk to you about practice, not theory. I have had the opportunity to answer questions to a lot of colleagues and young people. And sometimes when people talk about me, I'm wondering whether I'm the one they are talking about. I'm very serious with you. When they say about why you are exaggerating the thing. Because in my mind, there is still a lot to do. There's so much to do, and we are all aspiring to do that. So, there is a lot to do. Who's bringing the... Oh. All right. I want to start from the beginning. Something is making you laugh. What is making you laugh? Oh, well. So, from the beginning, it was very difficult. And that is where I realized that you can rise to the next level if you are intentional about it. It was very difficult from the beginning. Please stay on that slide. I struggled to find food to eat. I have very loving and caring parents, very caring parents. They have always cared for all of us, and they still do. Unfortunately for them, they were uneducated. And so, growing up, my dad was a laborer, a night watchman, and a pantryman, right? And he had a large family. So, from his meager salary, he had to take care of all of us. So he did his very best. At any single point in time, I want to be sure that this is working. It's not working for me. It's moving. No, it's taking time to move. I want to be sure everything is okay, so it's not moving. So, right from the beginning, we need to be sure that we are set before we can start moving. It takes time to move. So please work on that for me. So take it to the slide on which I was. The next one. Good. So, and I had a mother who also never went to school and was a petty trader. Actually, went around selling and did that for a very long period of time. The end result is that you should know, the conditions at home very, very hard. And I have a father who had 2 wives. with, you know, a large number of children, and we all lived in one room. So just see that picture. We live in the same room. It's a chamber and a hall. So 2 mothers and father and a large number of growing siblings, and we didn't live alone. My father has a very kind heart, very, very, very hospitable. He opens his doors to anybody who came from our village. So at any point in time, we had more than 3 or 4 visitors living with us, and we were already large. So food to eat, place to sleep, clothes to wear was a real challenge. All right? I didn't go to school early. I went to school very late. I started school when I was 8 years. That's, in modern times, that's quite very old. 8 years, you're supposed to be in class 3, 4, thereabout. And that's when I started to go to school. And because of the challenges, school was not fun. So we wore the uniform, went behind the house, took off the uniform, went and played football, make the uniform dirty, and put it back, and come and pretend that we went to school. All right? And then a lot of complaints, okay? So I had to go to my village in the Upper East region. Well, supposedly as a way of punishing me for being very naughty. That's all that we knew was to just go and play and do all the naughty things that young children do. That was fun. In my village, I became a shepherd, taking care of cattle of the family and helping grandparents to farm. So, peasant farming. And if you understand the north very well, so during the rainy season, children help their parents on the farms. And I did a lot of that. And I had a very hard grandfather who was a disciplinarian. You wake up at 4, 5, you go to the farm. You are not supposed to be at home by 5:36. You should be on the farm. And you don't return home until it's after 7, when sun has set and you can't see any longer. And whilst you're on the farm, you got to work. And these were times that were very, very hard. A lot of hunger in the country, difficult times. So, very difficult times. But going to school, very dilapidated structures, only 3 rooms. So we didn't have, the kind of facilities that in modern times people have to sit. So part of the classes were held under the trees with, writing on slates on the floor with stones as our chairs. Except that occasionally government will feed us, and that was one of the things that got us to school. And in the rainy season, you either have to take care of cattle or to help parents in the farm, and so you were not encouraged to go to school. You go to school in the dry season when there were no farming activity. I'm painting a picture of how I grew up. I was not going to go to junior high school, except one of my teachers who felt that I had potential. He insisted, he told my grandfather to take me to school. My grandfather said, no, I'm now old enough to be more productive on the farms than to go to school. And in fact, he could point to a number of people who went to school in the village who, in his view, were useless. So he didn't see why I should go to school when he needed people to help him, on the farms. But that teacher actually smuggled me to a boarding house before he told my father that he had taken me to school. He couldn't do anything about it. In junior high school, I had to do business. That's where I learned business from. So I had to travel during long vacation to neighboring Burkina Faso or Togo to go and help bake bread and distribute the bread and sell the bread across the different borders to make money. Okay? Or occasionally, I would come to Accra. And when I'm in Accra, I either help to do some concrete or to, like they are doing over there. I used to do that a lot. So when I see some of our young men doing that, it gives me positive, it's very positive. Do something for yourself and help yourself. I'll come to talk about all of that. So I learned how to hustle. But in all of this, I learned a lot of things. In Accra, I will weed, I will sell whatever I could sell on the streets, from house to house, whatever, until I went to commercial school. I had to finance my own education and the education of all my siblings. I have 11 siblings. But, they kept coming as we grew, as the years went by. I financed my own education. Where were my parents? My parents were there, but I felt the need to even support them because they were not earning much. They worked very hard, but I discovered that the only reason why I was struggling was because my parents were uneducated. And so their sources of income, their income levels were low. And I discovered very early that I could only move myself to the next level through education. And so I got serious with education. And through education, and most of the things that I'll talk to you about, I got educated as an accountant, as a lawyer, as an economist, and I started to do most of the things that I did. So I began to teach. I started teaching when I was in commercial school. That's what took me out of the street. And this is how it happened. I announced my results for the O levels at church, which was very good results, a distinction, 1, and somebody heard about it and was very impressed and offered me the opportunity to teach his kids at home. It was a very simple thing. Went to church in the evening on Wednesday. Thank God for helping me pass my O-level results. I had 1. Somebody finished. Young man, congratulations. Can you come and teach my children at home for me? So I will gladly do. That simple conversation at church translated into me running a school, four campuses. I started with 4 of his children. In a month, they were more than 15. And in 2 months, I have our 15 at 4 different locations in Accra. That's how I got myself out of the street. And I found that it was very lucrative. It was really more rewarding and very satisfying. And I committed myself to that. Finished commercial school, started to work. Whilst working, was educating myself. So I had to combine work and education at the same time. But I learned that I could move myself because I just turned back and discovered that I had difficulty, finding food to eat. And now it wasn't the best, but it was far better. So it gave me hope that if I really applied myself, I could move to the next level. And then I trained as an accountant and started to consult. I got just one single opportunity. At the time I was teaching in the university, I had the opportunity to teach. I would just do anything. Okay? All I needed was an opportunity, an offer. And I will invest my whole life into it and try to do as much as I can. I spend time with my students. And any of my past students will tell you that this man likes to teach more than we like to learn. Until I'm done with what I'm doing, you are not going anywhere. And those who love to learn were happy. And but those who do not like to learn, when I'm coming, you can see their faces are different. This guy is coming to give us. But this is my first opportunity to break through. There was an opportunity. I'm coming to give you strategies for the next level. I'm giving you a context. There was an opportunity to do some training in South Africa. I was not involved. At this stage, I had already trained as an accountant and a lawyer. I was actually doing my first master's degree, 2 of them at the same time. And I was teaching full-time at the time at the Methodist University. Then this, my past student, who I thought gives me a call, said, we are in trouble. We are having a program in South Africa, and our facilitator disappoints us at the last hour. And so I am in charge. He's my student. Okay? And the only reason why he called me was because whilst I was teaching him, he had positive, there was no negative relations. He would not have called. So I think you can do it if only you agree to do. I had never done such a thing before. That was my first opportunity. I said, I'm very happy to do it. To cut the story short, he comes to tell me that the fee attached to it, I'll give you full disclosure, it's $12,000 for 1 week. But you are not very experienced as the person. So my people say, if only you agree to accept 6,000, we will let you go and do it. I said, please make it 2,000. Make it $2,000 for me. 6,000 is too much. They said, okay, once you are happy. So they offered me 6,000 to go. I consulted with, I went to the market and purchased 4 textbooks to prepare for that opportunity. I read the textbook from cover to cover, and I said, no, this is not theory. I went to the website of this organization. I studied every individual on the website to know who they are, what they do. I studied their work and everything. I consulted with a lot of my former, lecturers who I knew were good. I went to see other people who were practitioners on the subject matter that I was going to do. I was ready for that job. It was 1 week in South Africa. By the time I was done, they handed me a contract to do training in 13 countries before I left. Okay. I was very excited. I was not thinking about money. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. Whilst I was doing that, I got offers, again from people related through teaching, to come and advise the Minister of Finance in Liberia. When I went there, I told myself that this was an opportunity I was going to give my best. I worked with so many other people. It got extended, but they didn't want me to leave, right? But I had other colleagues who went to other parts of the country after completing their projects, and they kept inviting me over to do different works. Because they saw that I did my work well, I related well with them, I took everybody seriously, and it opened lots of doors. I've had the privilege, by the grace of God, to consult in a number of different countries for very well renowned organizations. There is none of them that I sent an application looking for a job. Each one of them, an email will be sent by somebody who either I have worked with or who we have met somewhere through some training program. And then once I say yes, you can know that it's done. And the next moment you are on the flight, moving. And that gave me lots of opportunities. So that has been my story. I still do. As I speak with you, I'm offering some training for the Parliament of Sierra Leone through the EU, something that, some colleagues just said, oh, if you're looking for somebody on public finance, please, this gentleman is the right person to do. So I still do a lot of that. In all of this, what are the strategies that help me? Please, this thing is not working. So it's working. Oh, so I can't see this one. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Now, this has been... All right. Good. Now, this has been my life philosophy. I always will read this. I want you to take note of this. These are Bible passages that matter to me a lot. And they have inspired me a lot. When I read Numbers 13, 27 to 30, what I get from there is that I am well able to do whatever I put my mind to do. So I want each one of you sitting here to know that there is nothing above you. I rose from the floor. From the floor. We used to struggle to find food to eat. And I can still picture back, selling bread across the borders between Ghana and Burkina Faso, between Togo and Burkina Faso, and carrying bread, moving and stopping vehicles to sell. Okay? You can rise and become whatever you want to be because you are well able to do whatever you set your mind to do. And that's you get from Numbers chapter 13. And my favorite passage in Scripture, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. My life is an example of that. So those of you who think, oh, my parents are poor, they haven't gone to school. I have parents who never went to school. Those of you who think, I don't have anybody to take care of me. I had parents who were caring, but they could not afford to take care of me. All right? So you can, if you take your life into your hands, you can do all things relying on Christ to strengthen you. And in Romans chapter 8:37, all things, we are more than conquerors. My emphasis is always that we are not just conquerors. We are more than conquerors. If you believe that you are more than a conqueror, it will be. And finally, in Matthew 9:29, what you believe is what you become. It will be done for you according to your faith. So if you have faith that you can do it, you will be able to do it. When you give up, you can't move forward again. So I want to start by saying that believe in yourself and believe that you are a creature of God and you were created in the image of God. God is able, and so you are also able. All you need to do is the things that I'm going to talk about. Okay. All right. So rise to the next level. What do you need to do? Conceive and declare your next levels. We all become what we think. Okay, there are two possibilities. If you want to become whatever, that is the beginning of becoming that. You may well not become, and that's very possible. But you never become something that you don't take steps to be. It has never happened. You don't find yourself sitting in this auditorium until you set out to want to come to this auditorium. That's just basic. You can set out to come to this auditorium, but you may not get here. That's possible. So you can decide to be something and you have obstacles and you may not get there. But you can never be